What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Matt Corman podcast. I'm your host, Matt Corman. How you doing today? Welcome back, guys and girls. It's been about 3 months since I released a podcast episode. Kind of crazy to think about. Haven't came on here and talked in a little bit, and I've had a lot of episodes released so far, so it's been a little strange not having a podcast to kind of hop on, and I can put some reasoning behind it. So when I originally started this podcast, it's just something fun for me and my buddies to do and just kind of hop on here and do our thing. And then it kind of turned into more of a thing of like me and Trav are coming on here and talking a lot, which I still do enjoy a bunch. But I wanted to find more of a direction with the podcast. I think that a huge part of it was like that it was just kind of us just like chatting. And granted, I love that and everything, but I kind of wanted to make this more of a, I don't know how to say, like purposeful podcast. Like it sounds kind of messed up when I'm just like, yeah, like what we're talking about didn't have a purpose, because there was a lot of good information in there and, a lot of great takeaways or whatever. But I wanted to steer into a new direction and kind of have it focused a little bit more around having guests on. And as in the beginning, I was having guests on, but of course, COVID happened. And kind of took away the ability to have a bunch of guests on. But luckily for me, I realized, I'm friends with a lot of different successful entrepreneurs and influencers and, musicians and these people that have these interesting careers and interesting lives. And so I decided, hey, I was against it for a very long time. I was like, I'm never doing a Zoom call podcast. I wanted to keep this type of podcast completely authentic and organic and just having the one-on-one face-to-face conversations with people. I just felt like that was just more beneficial for the listener and for me and the guest as well. I think that humans, the reason why I don't really like Zoom podcasts is because when you are face-to-face with somebody and you're talking to them, I think that you can, like, humans can just genuinely like sense when the other person is just like, you can just have a better understanding of that person when you're face to face with them. You can just, read their energy. You can feel their energy, everything is made up of energy. And so you can feel that when somebody walks in a room, just like how they're vibrating that day. And, I can kind of tell if someone's having a bad day or in a bad mood as soon as we start chatting in person. But over a Zoom call, it's going to be way different. It's like, I don't even know what's going on. So that's kind of why I steered away from them. But now the new direction is we're going to be going towards the good old Zoom. So that's why today is kind of like a tester of that. That's why I kind of got the Zoom set up right here. This is what it's going to be from here on out until we can have people in person. We're going to have a couple episodes of, me and Trav talking and get that going again. But more or less, I'm going to have this more geared towards having different people on, entrepreneurs and artists and such. So I'm pretty excited about it. I wanted to get this first episode up to kind of test out how the video is and how the microphone sounds, and just wanted to just do a test run to see how everything is, and also to update on everybody where I'm currently at right now in my life too. So that's something to look forward to. I'm aiming to drop an episode every week at least. Right now, I have a guest that's coming. The guest that's coming on to start off everything. His name is Mike's Dead. He's a artist and he's very, very talented. He's also a producer and engineer. Mixed and masters his own music, and he's done some great stuff. Been able to be very successful off of his music, so I'm excited to have him on next. So if you're a big fan of Mike's Dead and you know who he is, get excited because he's coming on the podcast. I'm psyched about that. But let me give you guys a quick update on what's going on. Haven't done a solo pod in a while. Forgot how much I run out of breath. But so that's something to look forward to. We got the podcast dropping every week with new guests on this. I'm going to have pretty much everybody who I'm friends with as an artist coming on this. And everyone has some crazy stories. Like, it's really cool. I don't even want to spoil it right now, but I just have so many people coming on from all walks of life that it's going to be exciting to hear everybody's story. So I'm really looking forward to that. So if you're a fan of this podcast and you like listening in and tuning in, that is something to look forward to. And I'm excited to start sharing it with everybody. Yes. So in the other ends of things, if you guys haven't been focused up, I've been dropping weekly releases since August. So I've dropped a song every single week since August. every Friday. And it's kind of cool because now it is December. Is it December right now? Holy shit. No, it's been 4 months since I dropped the podcast episode. My God. Yes. So I've been putting out a lot of different music. And I think it's cool to come on here because I kind of use it as like a little bit of therapy for me when like kind of get my thoughts out. And I kind of thought when I was doing the weekly music that it was going to be, I don't know, potentially like too much. And I was kind of nervous that I was going to be oversaturating the market and my audience wasn't going to be paying attention to like if I dropped every week or not. And I thought I was going to start losing streams maybe, or I didn't know if I was going to start growing or not, or like how it was going to kind of work out. And funny enough, I started to learn that I became a part of people's routines. Now, this thing as an entrepreneur, and if you're running a business and you're putting out content, so if you're kind of in the entertainment field, I think that something is important that people don't grasp enough, and that is routine. And I don't necessarily mean your routine every day, which is obviously important as well. But what I'm talking about when I say routine is I'm talking about how you're getting into people's routines, right? Like how you're going to get into the consumer's routines. For instance, if I say, hey, I'm dropping a song every single Friday for the next 3 months, potentially somebody every single Friday wakes up in the morning and they're brushing their teeth, whatever, showering, and then they're on their commute to work or school, whatever it is, and they look forward to seeing a new Matt Corman song every Friday. They're like, hey, it's Friday. At least I have this to look forward to, or something like that. At least I have this. So I think that it's important. I started to learn that as I was dropping more and more songs every week, that these people, my consumers, my fans, and people in the MIH fam, we're looking forward to these songs coming out every Friday. It's something that I didn't even think about. I didn't even take into consideration that it was going to become a part of people's routines and everyday's routine. And if it became part of your routine, I'm grateful for that. Thank you for choosing me and allowing me to come into your life and be a part of your routine. Because I know that, it's a very personal thing. So I'm really appreciative of you giving me the opportunity to share my content with you every single week. In knowing that I will be continuing to drop songs almost every week. We actually are running into a good situation where I'm going to be working alongside with I won't give away too much, but we're probably gonna be slowing down the releases a little bit, just because we're gonna be focusing on some build up around the songs a little bit more. We're gonna be focusing on put a little bit more towards it. I can't really talk too much about what I got going on, but it's pretty exciting. So yeah, in 2021, you're probably gonna see me releasing a song every other week, or maybe every month. So maybe even just one single a month, depending on how these next couple months go, contract-wise. We'll see what's going to happen. But from my end, you can expect a song to come out next week, and then the week after that. So 2 more songs in December. And yeah, actually, no, that's a lie. 1 more song in December, and it's going to be a Christmas song. It's my first Christmas song. It's the first time I'm ever announcing this, but I was just like, I just wanted to make a Christmas song, and I kind of viewed it as a challenge. And so I got a Christmas song coming out this December. I'm not sure the exact date on it. I think it's just next Friday. Yeah, it's next Friday. So it's going to be on December 18th. So December 18th, I got a Christmas song coming out, and I'm excited about it. It's called Be Mine, mixed and mastered by yours truly. It's going to be so good. I actually think it's fire too. It's not like a Christmas jingle. It's just like my little twist on what I think a Christmas song should sound like if I were to make it. So very excited about that. Make sure you guys tune in when that stuff drops. In terms of more updates, I know people were looking for the season 3 drop. The season 3 drop, it got put on hold. Not my fault. That thing was ready to go for Black Friday. Trust me. As any business owner will tell you, you want to take advantage of those holidays. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to. And it's because of the company that I was using. So I'm going to have to be ending up, I'm in the process of making a switch on the company that I use for the merch. And so I will update everybody on the season 3 drop as soon as I can. We only got the prototypes in, but I want to make sure the quality is good before we start dishing it out to the entire MIH fam, because can't have my fam looking whack out here. We got to be looking stylish. You know the vibes. So let me think in my notes app here. Do I have any more? This was just supposed to be me coming on here and updating everybody with what was really going on. So no, not too much. I've been dropping a lot of I'm going to be dropping a lot more vlogs on YouTube. If you pay attention, you might have seen that by now. And this was just me coming on here to update everybody. Nothing really special. There's going to be a lot coming. So welcome to the new style of the podcast. It's pretty interesting. I'm be honest. I'm not too like I said before, I'm not too fond of the virtual stuff, but you got to do what you got to do. And I realized that this podcast was a part of people's routines. Like I said earlier, back when I was dropping a podcast, I was dropping 2 podcasts a week at one point, and this became part of people's routine. You know, we get on the audio version, thousands of listens on every single episode. And on the video portion, a couple hundred, which may not seem much to people, but how I view it is like, okay, if 1,500 people are listening to my voice every single week, that's 1,500 lives I got to take into consideration. And so I realized I got to get this thing going again. And what a better way to do it than having some influential people on here who can provide some great value. And beauty of doing this over Zoom is that we can do this from across the world. And lucky for me, I've been able to make those relationships with everybody who's across the world. So there is a lot to look forward to in the Matt Corman podcast. So if you are watching this right now and you're on YouTube, definitely click the subscribe button if this is something that you're interested in. And also click that like button because it helps a lot with the algorithm. And drop a comment. Let me know if there's any guest suggestions that you want me to have on here, or just anything in general that you want to see coming forward out of the podcast. If you're listening on audio only, thanks so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys are streaming the tunes right now, and hopefully everybody's staying safe out there. It's a fucking crazy world out there, man. Crazy world out there, man. Yes, so next week, episode dropping with Mike's Dead. Look forward to that. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Matt Corman podcast. A lot coming. I know this was just a short one, but I hope you actually, I hope you have a great day out there. I hope things are going well for you. Just know that it's one foot in front of the other, and don't think too far ahead. Sometimes it's just best just to be and just live in the moment. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.